Hello folks, here's an important guide to explain the simulated universe. It's actually very good to do since you get some stellar jades, the Hertabon currency that you use to buy some nice 5-star weapons, as well as the tracks of destiny, which are used to raise your traces or talents at higher levels. Try to get 3,500 points in the simulated universe before this one expires in a couple days, then do it again for the next one. Here's what you can get with Hertabons. There's 3 5-star weapons. The destruction one is my favorite. It has a very good effect where you get an attack increase every time you attack, and it actually stays. You also get a damage increase when you break a weakness, which is quite good since you want to unload while the enemy has their defense broken. There's also a weapon for the hunt and preservation types. And once you buy out the shop, you can also get Star Rail passes, and who doesn't want more pools? To get points, you need to enter the world. If you clear World 1, you get 800 points, and if you clear World 2, you get 1200 points, and they are repeatable. So even if you haven't unlocked World 2, you can just keep doing World 1 again and again until you reach your max. And to unlock World 2, you need to finish this quest right here, and you will get this quest around Trailblazer rank 18. It's near the end of the Ice Planet. Another reward from the simulated universe is found in the index, where you try to collect blessings. The blessings are the random buffs you get, and every time you pick a new one, you add it to your collection. In World 1, there's only 3 types of blessings, and more will unlock in later worlds. Let me demonstrate how these worlds works. I'll just do a World 1, and since I'm over level for this, any team will be fine. You get a bonus when you start, and I always pick the random blessing to fill out the catalog if I'm still missing stuff. And the blessings that have this little book icon means you haven't collected it yet, so always choose that unless you're having a really hard time and really need specific buffs. The layout of the world will always be the same the first time you try to clear it, but after that it becomes random, and this is pretty much a roguelike system in the game. You do random battles and you get random buffs at the end. And you just saw me do a chain battle with 2 enemies. And since you get to choose a blessing every time you defeat an enemy, you get 2 for that chain battle. And here is your map or layout of what to expect. World 1 has 7 stages or floors. It might look long, but it's not that bad. There's only 4 floors that you actually fight. The other 3 has random events or let you repair. And when you fight elite enemies or bosses, they don't aggro you, so you can spend that time to use all your technique points and get as much buffs as you can before you engage. And most of the time after a boss or elite enemy, you get the choice of entering a safe room in order to heal up. Like this safe room here, I got some healing stuff for both my health points and technique points. And the downloader lets you swap characters in case you're running too low on health or someone dies. And this Herta here is more of an event Herta instead of the upgrade shop. I can pay 180 fragments to get 2 random upgrades, which is a lot cheaper than manually doing myself, but it is random. It's up to you which one you want to choose, or you can just save your fragments for the real Herta later on. And here's another room for more random events. This event has you making some choices, but the results are pretty random, so it doesn't matter too much what you pick. And depending on how lucky you are, you get more fragments or other rewards. And you should use all the fragments you can in a domain, because once you're out, they're gone. So here's the real Herta where you can spend your fragments to upgrade. And the more rare a blessing is, the more expensive it costs. But do try to use as many fragments as you can before the final boss. And here's the final boss for World 1. Even though the layout for the other stuff is randomized after the first clear, the final boss is still the same. And since they don't aggro you, spend all your technique points to buff up before you fight. In later worlds, after clearing the boss, you also get a permanent buff for the simulated universe, which will help you make later runs even easier. So treat the simulated universe as a roguelite with some pretty decent rewards. You can get 5-star weapons, stellar jades, as well as upgrade materials for traces. And you can also get materials for the enemies you kill, so it's not wasted farming. Even if you get wiped in the middle of a world, you still get to keep some of the points as well, so it's not a total loss. The early worlds are pretty easy if you are above the recommended level, but the later ones can be challenging, and I might make some specific guides for those if the need arises. Anyway, that's all the important stuff about simulated worlds. Hope this video was helpful. Like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, have fun out there, Trailblazer.